You're tuned to KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico, 90.9 FM. And now 103.3 FM, K277CR, Durango, Colorado. KSJE is supported by the Farmington Civic Center, bringing a full slate of entertainment to Farmington and San Juan County. The Spirit Coalescent, the multimedia experience, Saturday, April 9th at 7:30 p.m. The Farmington Civic Center, 200 West Arrington in downtown Farmington. Find out more online at fmtn.org/shows or 505-599-1148.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Megan Cullop, along here with Scott Michlin.
Good morning, Megan Cullop.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed.
How about that?
I know.
Another week.
I know.
Another week.
I know.
Here we are. This is our Solutions from the Street week, right?
Right.
Exactly. So just so everyone remembers, we do Solutions from the Street on Fridays, and then on alternating Fridays, next week we're going to bring back That's Interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But this week it's Solutions from the Street.
Yes.
So, and this week's solution has street in the name.
Yeah.
How about that?
And it's
I know
different.
it's blowing your mind.
I know.
Yeah.
Street and streets.
Yeah. There you go. So, what's the problem?
What is the problem?
Just limit it to the show.
But there are many problems.
Yes.
I think this is speaking to our problem with communal gathering sometimes. Sometimes we don't find a place in Farmington to gather as a community, and it's
Right.
very important for thriving communities to have hubs around town.
True.
So I think this is part of the solution to that,
Okay.
and then we'll talk more about even job creation,
True. And supporting downtown.
supporting downtown.
Right. Bringing people downtown. Helping small businesses. Right.
Yes.
All those different things.
Yes.
Right. And
Yep.
so I think that leads us to introduce our guest.
Yes, indeed.
There you go.
Kim Dutremaine. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning. From Locke Street Eats. Good to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. And so this is the new food truck pavilion in downtown Farmington, which is what you are getting ready to open.
Yes.
Very exciting. And so for folks who maybe aren't familiar, maybe they've seen your sign on Main Street, but it is on Locke Street or Locke Avenue, just half a block off of Main. And for old timers, it's the old Bank of the Southwest drive-through bank
Yes.
area, right? Behind that old building. And so so give us the story about how this all came to be and the idea of this food truck pavilion in Farmington.
Okay. So my husband and I, Billy, we own Cottonwood Clinical Services, and we have a location on Arrington downtown. And we decided to incorporate physical health into our behavioral health treatment. So we purchased a building on Main Street, 324 West Main, and that's the Ironwood Gym. And so we have our clients participate in physical health. They get personal training, a place to work out that's conducive to their addiction recovery. And when we bought that building, the lots from the alleyway to Arrington Street came with the building. And we kept looking at it and going, what are we going to do with that? We have all these lots out here. What are we going to do? And my husband, one day, he's like, you know what? Our community needs a food truck park. And I was like, I don't know. And he said, yeah, we need a food truck park because then it's going to be mind, body, and soul. And this can be the soul because we need some things to do downtown. So we're like, great. So we had a forum. We talked to people who had food trucks, people who wanted to buy food trucks. And they were, yeah, this is what we need. This would be great. We're all for it. We talked to people in the community. They talked about going to other cities and liking that kind of setup. So we drew up some plans, got some funding, and began construction. And of course, construction took longer than it should have because of pandemic and ordering supplies and things like that. So we were hoping...
Well, and you had to kind of get rid of the infrastructure that was already there too, right? A little bit too. That was part of it.
We did. So there was a lot of curbing, old lights, the ATM. Yeah.
That's funny.
The ATM, the drive-through.
Well, certainly there's money left in the ATM you could use to
That would have been nice.
for the project,
yes,
and probably
for sure.
not. But yeah.
But yeah, so we had to clear that lot and completely start over. So it has everything. It has a grease pit, just like a restaurant. So it's buried in the ground and it'll support all of the food trucks. It has water hookups. It has water dumping. It has all of the electric, the 220. It has a huge pavilion, and I can't remember. I think it might be like a 40 by 60.
It's big.
It's
yeah,
big.
It is big.
And we did that so that we could have covered seating, and then we can have things like bands that can come in and talent shows, and we have it all wired, and it's wired for sound and has speakers and hookups. And we had Jeff Body helped us to set it up so that it'll work for bands and that sort of stuff. But it's got a restroom facility, playground, everything that it would need. And it's got lots of seating, park benches, just a place that'll be fun and exciting to go downtown and something new, hang out.
Right.
Have lots of options. It'll hold 10 food trucks at a time. And so I think when we have events like parades and car shows and bike shows and all of those things, it'll be just a natural flow of, oh, hey, and we can stop here while we're all downtown doing things, or draw people in, because there's not a whole lot going on. There's some stores and banks and things like that, and we just figured it'd be a fun thing for people to take their family out, because now we're starting to get outside, so let's get outside and go do some things.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like this connection between soul and fun, first of all. Big fan of, I like that hop, that jump. What is the connection specifically to your clients at Cottonwood? What kind of opportunities might be presented to them?
So Locke Street is a separate corporation from Cottonwood. However, being in the mental health business for 15, 20 years as we have, what we know is that people in early recovery sometimes have really hard times finding employment. They don't know how to work. They haven't been in the workforce for a long time. They might have felony convictions that prevent them from getting jobs. And we have certified peer support workers who that's their job, to help people figure out how to relearn things and how to do things. And so one of the things that we thought would be good is if we provided opportunities for employment and entrepreneurship by buying a couple of food trucks, setting them up, getting them ready, and making it available for employment opportunities for clients who are coming through that might be interested. And then those who might want to try their hand at running their own business and being an entrepreneur, we would try to help them do that. And then eventually they could rent the food truck. If they like it, it's working, it's successful, rent to own. Have your own business. Keep it there. Venture out. Maybe buy another one. So I think it's always good to be a mentor in that way. We had mentors coming up, Billy and I, and we started from ground zero, and we started in a place where it's the same, right? So we have backgrounds that weren't conducive to, I guess, getting your own thing going, but we had mentors, and we had people who helped us along the way. So we want to do that for other people.
Yeah.
Very good. And for the rest of us, we get to eat different types of food at the
Oh, yeah.
food pavilion. So
Everybody
it's
wins.
a win-win,
Everybody
right?
wins.
Exactly, exactly. And so you've got a couple events coming up, again, as you get ready for your kind of grand opening, right? And you're
Correct.
going to do like a soft opening as things start getting ready to go, all these moving parts of building all this infrastructure into this lot, right? It's not
Right.
just an empty lot as you've described it. I mean, it's ready to go with all the necessary regulations and everything else that you've probably had, hoops you've had to jump through, and all of those different things for almost like an outdoor restaurant.
Yes.
It sounds like to me.
Yeah.
And so an Easter event coming up is at this weekend, I think, right?
It's Sunday, so we're partnering with Inspired Moments, and Inspired Moments is another event space that's downtown. They're having a Easter egg hunt and craft fair, and they're going to extend it to Locke Street. So they're going to have the Easter egg hunt at Locke Street, and we will have at least one, maybe two food trucks there on Sunday. We are trying to do a soft opening and have trucks from town come check it out, park for free for April, see what we have. It doesn't really, when you drive by, it's kind of hard to go, oh, well, what is that really like? But when you step on the property and you're in it, then you can see it, and it's like, oh, I get it.
Right.
I see what's happening here. So yeah, it should be a good event. They're having the Easter Bunny, and it would be fun to bring the kids. And
There you go. Kind of a craft show, right? You have 30 vendors, it looks like,
I believe
according to
so.
the poster. And for our radio audience, it's 10 to 4 p.m., 10 a.m., 4 p.m. on Sunday, April 10th.
Yes.
This Easter craft show in downtown Farmington with Locke Street Eats and Inspired Moments. So
Correct.
that's what's happening there. And very exciting to see this. And so I guess for folks who are maybe listening to us, other food truck entrepreneurs who maybe want to take advantage of this opportunity, can they reach out to you all and get signed up, or how do they, or they just pull up and set up shop, or how does it work?
Just pull on in,
Yeah.
plug in.
However, yeah, we are really reaching out to all of the local food trucks, talking to them about coming over, checking it out. They can call Billy, and his number is 793-7474.
That's what he gets for not being here. Give out
I know.
his number.
That's right.
I like it. I like it.
He missed his opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, and he would be more than willing to walk you through and talk about the events that we have coming up. So we're trying to get quite a few events in. I know on May 7th, that'll be our grand opening, and we'll have Breezin'. They're going to come and play. Our idea is to hopefully have some sort of event every weekend. So we have bands that are lined up, ready to go. We have talked to different car clubs to have car shows, bike shows, different events, and I think it would just draw a lot of people in. So if I had a food truck, which I do now, we have
Now you do,
we
right?
have the Mac wagon, and so I think having events like that is a big draw, and you serve more plates if you've got more people coming downtown.
Right. It's that economies of scale kind of a concept, I would think, right?
Yes.
So as you talk about that. And so, and you also mentioned working with the city, right, with some of the city's planned events, right? Because we know coming up in the summer, there is the event on Thursdays, the Makers Market, I think, which will be happening throughout the summer. And so that seems like an easy thing to kind of partner with and piggyback on, right, to have the pavilion open and ready for the crowds from events like that and art walks and things along those lines.
Correct. Art walks, parades, the Makers Market, and we're pretty well located. So we have the Civic Center that is Caddy Corner, who has events all the time. So it would be the natural flow. Hey, let's go to Locke Street. We got a big variety of trucks there. We can get something to eat, and then we'll head over to the Civic Center and do whatever show they're having. We're going to be open all year long, so there are events all the time, right? So we're going to have the Boo Palooza that happens.
Halloween. Right.
For Halloween.
Oh, it's like Boo Palooza. What is that? Okay.
Yeah, how'd you miss that?
I don't know, because the name alone, I should have picked up on it.
You attend any palooza you can
I
find.
love paloozas.
Yes, exactly.
We handed out candy at Ironwood this last Halloween, and there were thousands of people downtown. And so if we would have had the food truck park open then, I think business would have been amazing for the food trucks that would be there. Connie Mack parade happens there. All of the teams end up at the Civic Center. We're right across the street from the TOTA. So hopefully TOTA starts doing more of the movie industry things and bringing people in that way. I know I've talked to people at Citizens Bank. They're like, when are you opening? We want these options for lunchtime. We want to have the variety, different trucks there. Cottonwood itself, which is a block down the street, has anywhere from 700 to 900 people per week who go through there for services. They're all excited. They want it to be open so that they can head over for lunch when they're done with their counseling. And I think the community is really excited.
What are the hours of operation going to be?
Well, it'll be up to the food trucks, but we're thinking probably anywhere from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. But it's one of those things you got to kind of feel out and see.
Yeah.
Because if we have a truck that's a breakfast vendor, they're going to want to be open early.
Right.
And so they'll have the opportunity to do that.
Got
I think the truck owners will pretty much drive that.
Okay, got it.
But you're thinking lunches and then evening events, maybe when things are going on downtown and
Yes.
those types of things to get started.
Yeah.
And of course, that will determine the rest of it, I suppose, the rest of the schedule.
Right.
As we're talking about.
And weekend events, probably midday, bands midday, car shows, things like that would happen midday. It's got pretty cool lights if you drive by at nighttime. The lights are on, and it's got cafe lights that cover the seating area and go out. They extend to where the trucks will be. And the pavilion is lighted, and for the winter, we're going to have it heated as well.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
that'll be good.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm
does-
excited to hear that because I hate the cold.
Right? It does look like a party.
It does look like a party.
Right.
I know.
There you go.
I see the playground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pavilion, the lights,
Yeah.
the flag,
The flag.
the area, right? The whole thing. It's quite a transformation, really, for that property, for folks who remember it as the bank drive-through
Yeah.
and parking lot and things along that line. And so I think if folks have not been down and driven just one half block off of Main Street to kind of see what we're talking about, they might be surprised to kind of see some of the investments that you all have made
Right.
on that property and just how different it looks these days
Right.
from what we're used to.
We also put some storage. People probably wonder, what are the storage containers on the corner? So we stacked 2 Connex boxes on the corner, and that is so that we can put up a movie screen and have different little movies and
Oh,
stuff
nice.
that'll play.
Very
So,
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Or this show.
Yeah.
You could just project
You
it
could project our
onto us.
show. Yes.
See?
Perfect.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Always thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Always marketing. But there you go. Well, I think this is a great solution from the street, as what we talk about on the program. As you work with, the city and other downtown entities, there's the Downtown Association and things along that line. I would imagine that's a natural partnership to promote what each of you are doing and to get the word out. And as more of the vendors sign up and more of the stores realize what's going on, I think it's a win-win. I know there's maybe some thoughts about too much, but I don't know if you can ever have too much food
No,
downtown.
you can never have too much downtown festivity.
Right?
No, we need soul fun.
Exactly.
That's an alternative name for you.
There you
Soul
go.
Fun
Soul
Eats.
Fun?
Soul Fun Eats.
Yeah, but there you go. And the other parts too, again, as you were mentioning, some of the work that you do with Ironwood and the Cottonwood services, I think it's a great progression for your clients as well to be able to have that option and that opportunity
Right.
down the road.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a natural fit. Hopefully, it'll be a success, and people will enjoy it, and we'll get people out of their houses, because I've been noticing it more and more that people really are wanting to get out and do things. We've been cooped up for way too long.
I think so too, and I think again we were seeing the weather improving as summer gets here. We're hoping everything, and again, it being outside, that's when we've been hearing, outside is better than inside, and so I think if folks are still concerned, outside is still a good thing, and so we hope that
Absolutely.
you'll get a lot of folks that will check it out, and we're looking forward to it. So when it opens up,
Yeah, KSJE party. We'll go there
there you go.
as a crew.
Well, that is another thing that we're going to do. So we'll also rent out the space for events. And if somebody wanted to come rent the space for like a corporate event, corporate party, private party, there's those options too.
Megan Palooza.
Yeah.
Megan Palooza.
Invite all your friends.
I should. Birthday. Let's do it.
All right. There you go. All right. Let's see. Perfect.
The big one.
But you'll have that available, so
Yes.
folks can check it out and rent the space. And again, being right downtown, I think it's just a natural spot for a lot of other possibilities.
Yeah.
It's in a good spot.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It is. It's in a really good location. If you drive down there, it's between Main Street and Arrington on Locke Street.
Right.
Or Locke Avenue.
Locke Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep doing that.
That's
okay.
That's okay.
Locke Street Eats.
You're right. Locke
That's Locke
Street
Street
sounds
Eats.
a lot better.
Yeah. But there you go. Perfect. Well, thank you for coming in, Kim.
Thanks
It's
for
been
having
great to
me.
visit with you and learn about this project. We've been seeing it, I think, progress throughout the last couple of years, as you mentioned, from its initial concepts to what we see today, and the fact that you are ready to open. We're on the cusp of
Yeah.
cutting the ribbon, right, and
Yeah.
getting folks in there. So
Excited.
that'll be very exciting. So we can't wait.
Cool.
I always can't wait to eat, but
I know that
even
about
more
you.
so.
I know that
now.
about you.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I know that about you.
even more reasons. So there you
Cool.
go. Well, thank you for coming in.
Thanks
Would
for
you
having me.
mind repeating Billy's phone number one more time,
Sure.
in case folks are listening and they wanted to get a hold of him to get included?
Yes. So it's 505-793-7474, and that's Billy at Locke Street Eats. This is his brainchild, and he has worked super hard because he's all about getting people downtown.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's working so hard. That's why he sent you
That's
today.
why he sent
I
me
know,
today.
because you're trying to get someone, and so I really appreciate either one of you coming in. But it's been great to have you here. So thank you.
Thanks.
And thank him for doing that. And best of luck to you both.
Thank you.
Very good.
That's interesting next week.
That is interesting next week. Yes, exactly.
That's what you have to look forward to.
I always look forward to that because last week's show was our first show and it went really well.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think we were
the
both
inaugural edition.
Surprised how well it went.
We were, yes, because that was brainchilds. You never know
No.
how they're going to work out.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
But there you go. So, but before we go today, we do want to remind you if you have an idea for a solution from the street, could have street in the name,
Contact us.
doesn't have to have
It
street in the
doesn't
name.
have to have street in the name.
We
This
don't
was
mind.
just fun.
Yeah.
So
send us an email.
Yeah, send us an email at ksje@sanjuancollege.edu.
There you go. And we will check it out and maybe book a new guest.
Yes.
But this is your Solutions from the Street every other Friday. And so we really appreciate the guests that come in and the solutions that we're letting the community know about.
Yes.
That's the whole idea behind. But next week, again, we go back to That's Interesting. But every Friday, 8 to 9, you're going to see and hear something crazy on
Something
KSJE.
crazy on KSJE.
And interesting.
With the two of us dimwits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
That's okay.
I know.
That's what small town, that's what you get.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
There you go. By the way, it's free on the radio. So there you go. And on social media. So until next week, everyone, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you next Friday here on KSJE. Have a good week, everyone. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, a community-owned and operated hospital. Here for you when you need us. From emergency care to routine checkups and screenings, caregivers are here and ready to provide the safe, high-quality care you need close to home. Online at sanjuanregional.com with the latest health information and resources to help you live life better here. KSJE and San Juan College present the Student Success Coaching Tip of the Week. Week 11, study with friends and study groups. Encouraging friends to study with you can make everything more fun and productive. Ask your classmates to study with you at a certain time and location. Studying together in person can help you hold each other accountable too. You don't want to be that person who cancels or doesn't show, right? Teaching a friend or family member or even your pet the material is a great way to see how well you know it. When you explain it to someone else, you'll have a better grasp of which information you already have mastered and which information you need to study. The Student Success Coaching Tip of the Week, presented by KSJE and the Student Achievement Center at San Juan College.